From 1971 to 1996, Dallas defeated New England in all 7 games. Since then, it's been all Patriots, winning all 6 meetings. The Cowboys try to even the series. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Dallas Cowboys. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now Newton on first down. And incomplete to open things up. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Play action. It's Newton. Looking for Aguilar. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott flushed out right. Touchdown! It's complete. CeeDee Lamb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Pats at the line ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Take it in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also...
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go! Let's go!
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Pats at the line ready to go. Newton on 1st down. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys open the lead up to 34-0. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, they go back to White again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Powerful running, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 2nd and inches, Newton. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, it's White. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Brings up 2nd and 4. Now Newton. Open man is Myers. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And Jacoby Myers made the team as an undrafted free agent. He's one of the few holdovers from last year, and he was the most productive. Led the team with 59 catches. Wants to add a few more to his career total as this game moves on.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They fake the give. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 87 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking with...
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And Dak Prescott was not the only Cowboy to miss the bulk of last season. Remember, Blake Jarwin went down in the Sunday night opener on the road against the Rams. He's back healthy and makes a nice catch there.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give to Elliott. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys add on. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 27, Newton. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And right side, Henry's got it. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys add on. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots with the football here late in this 1st half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. The Cam's throw there complete to Myers. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Randy Gregory in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. Tom Brady, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. The give is to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, Newton. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the 39, Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 30. 10. 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cowboys have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. Recovered the fumble, up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Newton. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Newton to his tight end, Smith, first down, Patriots. First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now White lost the football. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing again is Newton. This is White on the screen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40. The 20.
That's what I want to see.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Play action now, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Newton, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in at the goal. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pats at the line ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack on first down, Newton got the connection here to Bourne.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Crucial foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down. Slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Newton now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Cowboys! Touchdown! Amari Cooper. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Newton's throw into the hands of Henry here. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. On first down, Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. As you said earlier, this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
10 more there and another first down. Now Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Newton to throw. And caught by Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Newton. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
To throw again on second down. Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Neville Gallimore providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of...
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by one more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times.